Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, and in today's video we will be talking about my favorite books of all time. The best books to ever exist. My Roman Empire, they are just everything to me. Everything. I think about these characters so often, so many times. It's just they're part of me, written on me, like, I don't know, something, but so good. And we will be talking about them, and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to film this video for a very long time. The issue was that I've read a lot of those books on my Kindle, but I wanted to hold them, so I've been trying to buy them for the last couple of months, and I still don't have all of them, but I fear I have enough to talk about. Right now, this was gonna be very organized, but then it kind of dipped while trying to do the thumbnail. So, also before we start, let me know your favorite book ever, because I need some new recommendations, and I would love to chat about all your thoughts that you have on the books I will be talking about next. So let's chat about them in the comments. Would love it, actually. Thank you. Let's just start. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited too, and let's just jump into it. Okay, I thought it would be fun to start with the book that probably started my book obsession, that got me into reading, that I was obsessed when I was 12 years old, never stopped being obsessed with, still one of my favorite fandoms, universes, whatever you want to call it. It's just the best. And you might guess what that is, but it is Harry Potter. And I do have here the third one because that is my favorite, but this is my prized possession and fact. I know it's now a little bit crooked, I'm sorry. But yeah, I love them so much. They are gorgeous. Anyways, this is obviously about Harry Potter, who learns on his 11th birthday that he is a wizard. He goes to Hogwarts, gets best friends, has some amazing time in Hogwarts, but also is trying not to be killed by Voldemort, who already killed his parents, and it's just, you all know Harry Potter, but personally, I love it so much. And another thing that I do love, and that I don't have the physical copies yet, but I'm so close to ordering them, I just need to get the right covers for them, is All the Young Dudes. It is a fan fiction, and it talks a lot about Harry Potter's parents and their friend group and the Marauders. And if you love Harry Potter and you want to learn more about Harry Potter, read that. It's an AO3, you can get it on your Kindle, it's super fun, but very sad because it's about Harry Potter, who's an orphan, so you know where the books end. But it's still amazing, and I love them, and I think about them daily, and my TikTok after a year of reading it is still full of them, and I want to reread them, but I'm waiting for the physical copies. But yeah, I love Harry Potter. Let's talk about the book that got me back into reading in 2020, that started all of this, and I just need to be grateful for it, and that is such a big comfort book. I try to reread it every year, more or less. It is annotated, but it's annotated on my Kindle. It's very sad. And that is They Will Die at the End, which again kind of spoils it, but it's so good. I feel like it was a very big TikTok favorite, and then it just kind of lost the hype a little bit, but personally I still love it. I think about Mateo and Rufus so much. I mean, I can just tell you the names off my head, and I never can do that, so I love them. The book is so comforting, which is maybe a bit weird, and it's well loved, and yeah, it's basically about Mateo and Rufus who meet on their death day, the day they will die, because they get a call that's you're gonna die today, because it takes place a little bit into the future. It's a little bit science fiction-esque, and it goes from there. It's really good, and it takes place in New York City. I'm just saying. Okay, let's keep going with the old schoolness of it all. And that was for me The Hunger Games. and I also finally got the covers for them, which is so exciting. After years, I finally got them all. They are stunning. I'm very happy, so you couldn't tell. And I mean, my favorite is definitely Catching Fire. Then it's Hunger Games. Then it's probably Mockingjay. Movie-wise, though, it would be Songbirds and Snakes. But this one, I mean, yeah, this is about Katniss Everdeen, who gets to be a tribute in this 74th Hunger Games with Peter Millark from District 12, and they need to survive in an arena where 24 kids are killing each other trying to survive, to be the last one standing. And it's alright. The romance, 8. I recently read them, as in November, and I love them. Definitely like took the test of like, is it still a 5-star read after years? It is indeed, yes, a 5-star read. So good, and so fast paced, so easy to read. And Susan Collins, publish more fucking books, please. I'm begging. I need it. I finished these books and read a fanfiction of Peter's POV. And you might be thinking, Emily, are you reading a lot of fanfictions? No, it's just about my favorite books where I need more. So that's on that. I love them. So good. So good. And classics, I feel like. Honestly, classics. Okay, let's get into some newer books. And my 5-star book is Daisy Hates a Great Undoing, but I also love all of the Magnolia Parks books so much. They are so good, and I love them so much. And I am, in fact, right now reading Magnolia Parks 5, and it is absolutely emotionally destroying me every 5 seconds. Thank you for asking. But yeah, these books are so good. Obviously, the covers, first of all, stunning. The spines, stunning. Everything about them is just stunning. It's Gossip Girl set in London, toxic, miscommunication, but the characters, you just have to love them, even though they're rich and need to touch some grass. They are so good. They're so good. So, absolutely love them so much. Julian, my favorite. I'm just saying. And then Magnolia. But Julian, girly, all the time. Okay, next let's talk about one of my favorite fantasy books, and that is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I love the crows. Oh my goodness, I need to reread these books so badly because I love them so much. They're just so good, you know? It's like fantasy, kind of like right now, but it's set somewhere else. And it's normal people, and then there are the Grisha who have like magical powers with wind, and they can heal people, and they can do light and stuff. But it's basically about 6 thieves trying to do a hunt to get somebody out of prison somewhere else, and it's really fun. And the found family is everything, and the romance, the cheekbones, so good. I love them. And I need to reread it, but I'm also not ready for this because the ending really just destroyed me. So, but yeah, recently, like, I read that like exactly a year ago, so I'm just getting my snaps from when I first read them, and it's been so fun going through the experience again. So, love them. And I do have those special editions, and I love them. They're just so good. Okay, now let's talk probably one of the best books with the biggest cliffhanger of all existence, which was The Alice Paradox. Another fantasy science fiction kind of book, magical realism. It's basically about 6 magicians who work in this secret society, live in this big house with the secret society for a year, and at the end of the year they need to kill somebody. So there are only 5 left because they kind of need to do like I don't even know what it's called, so I'm not gonna try it, but it's so good, and the pictures are everything. The romance. And then, so we have the Atlas 6, the first book, then the Atlas Paradox, which was kind of my favorite. And then we have the Atlas Complex, which is the third one, and I'm still just so mad about this book and what the author did with it, like, pain-wise. So that's why it's kind of not my favorite right now, but it was really, really good. And I'm excited to listen to it soon because it's currently on my hold from my Libby. So I can reread it again after like 2 months. Totally healthy. But I love these books so much. They're truly, I love them. They are a bit complicated. And honestly, if you want me to explain like plot-wise things, you need to like take a step back. But it's more about the characters. Like, it's about the characters and what they are doing and what it's like living with the best 6 magicians of the world and what they can do together and how they could destroy Earth. Okay, and the last fantasy book series that I need to talk about is Percy Jackson, because I'm 5 years old. I'm kidding. I think you can totally read them if you're like over 18. It's totally fun. It's just super easy and super fun. But yeah, this is Percy Jackson. It's basically about Greek mythology and Percy being a demigod. So his father is a god and his mother is human. He's a demigod. And he needs to save Earth like everybody else in these books. But yeah, it's so good. He has these great friends, Annabeth and Grover. And I am, in fact, very late to the game. I know. But I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I'm gonna read the other books, like The Heroes of Olympus, soon. I'm gonna finish the 5th one soon. It's actually in one of my reading vlogs coming soon, so I'll be excited about that. But yeah, I only have the last 4, because my sister is currently reading the first one, so that's very exciting. And yeah, I'm just so happy I picked those books up, because they are so good. And it's kind of set in New York City, which I love. So, I love you, Rick Riordan, and I love that we can actually stand him for writing these books instead of this bitch. Now, let's talk literal fiction, because I feel like those were like my true, like, 5 stars, so good, crazy, emotional depth books coming. And we obviously, if we are talking favorite books, have to talk about Frederick Backman and his books. All of them are kind of 5-star, but my favorite up to now is definitely still Bergtown and the whole series that we have right here. I love them so much. Actually, they're so good. I'm currently reading the last one, but it's going very slowly because it's so sad. But I am trying, okay? This is me trying. But yeah, currently this one is still my favorite. It is the first one. It's about Beartown. It's a small hockey town in Sweden. And bad stuff happens in it because it's obviously very sad, but so good. And I love the characters. There are so many and you get attached to all of them so much. You care about them so deeply and you understand their reasoning so much. And the way Frederick Backman writes is just nothing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's so well done. Oh. Whew, that was just a really bad grab. Okay, let's continue. Anyways, yeah, I love these books and you should definitely pick them up. Even if it's not winter, like, I read them in summer and it was so good. So good. I think this one is even set in summer, so don't be fooled by the wintry pictures, okay? It's fine to read them in summer. Love them! Oh my goodness! So much. Now, while we're at emotionally destroying books, let's talk about the king of it all, the queen of it all, this one. You did something to me and it's fine. I will never recover, but that's okay, because it was so good. Yeah, this is My Little Life. I think we all know what it's about. A very sad, traumatic life of Jude and his friends living in New York City. be aware of the trigger warnings before you read it. Be prepared, but also everybody talks about how sad it is, how upsetting it is. It definitely is. I would recommend starting this, having a fun book while reading this one, so you can just go back to something else happy. I read The House of Books again while reading this one. Best choice ever because they're easy. I've already read them. They're really good and they're super comforting. So going back between those two was great. It is very sad, but it also has so many happy moments and like moments where friends do so much for each other that it's so good and honorable and just amazing. So go read this book, but be warned. But also be excited because you will learn so much about Jude and Wilhelm and JP and Malcolm that you will never forget. Now, if we're talking like top 5 books, I feel like this one has to be number 2, probably under Beartown, and then A Little Life, but I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to like do that, I feel like. But it comes very close to the top. That's just saying it. And that is If We Were Villains, my favorite academia book. I actually have no words. It's so good. It's actually show-stopping and amazing, and I got the special edition and it's signed. So you know how much I love it, and I want to get more copies of it. I just want to have them all. But it's about a friend group of 6, and then one of them dies. And there's a lot of secrets and a lot of trauma and a lot of sadness and so good. Also, the sliver of romance, I am living for it. Living for it. Another one, read a fan fiction after reading it. It can be added to the pile of read fan fiction after, because I indeed did. But I have no complaints. It was a very good one. It made me very happy. Probably shouldn't because it was fake, but I like to believe that it is actually the bonus epilogue we just never got. Anyways, love this book, love these characters. They're also good, and the Shakespeare references are insane. So if you love Shakespeare, definitely go pick it up. But if you don't, that's fine. I know basically nothing about Shakespeare, so it was totally fine. Like, I still gave it 5 stars, even though I didn't 100% get it. You will get it. Now, let's talk probably my favorite ever romance. Is that too, like, big to say? Maybe, but I don't care. It's probably one of the 2 that I'm going to show you next. One of them being Red Red Robin. I feel like this should look more sophisticated than just being like pink cartoonish cover, but I also like love the cover, so it's fine. I mean, I've got 2 more covers, so I think I'm fine. Ish. Recently annotated this book last summer, and it was the best time I've ever had rereading a book, probably because normally I reread sad books, emotional books, but this book just made me so happy. It honestly just made me so happy. So I can't really say anything else. It just made me very happy, and the quotes are really good. It's very interesting. I am a little bit of a political nerd, especially if we're going into like US politics, just because it feels more bigger and more important than German ones. So this was really fun because it's basically about the Prince of England and the son of the President of America falling in love. And I loved it. So good. So many emails. Like, this also has been very popular for good reasons. But if you still haven't read this book, what are you doing? Go read this book immediately. Okay. Now the other book that I was talking about, the other romance, is these 2. And that is Aristotle and Dante's Discover the Secrets of the Universe and as Switzerland than to dive into the waters of the world. Would say I prefer the second one just because it's longer, you know already the characters, and it just gives the perfect like closure. But I love both of them so much. It is set in the 80s in New Mexico, and I love that setting, the aesthetic of it all. Chef's kiss, the movie, it's so good. So good. But it's also very sad because it talks about AIDS and just sad topics, death, homophobia, so lot. But I still love it, and the writing is so good because Benjamin Alier Sanis, I'm so sorry for pronouncing that probably very wrong. He is a poet, and you notice it. Like, it is actually poetically written and so good. And perfect for summer, I feel like. So, love them. I don't know how many books I can talk more about because time is kind of running out. I don't want to talk about them for hours on end. So, you know, it doesn't give me that much time frame. Anyways, this were all the books I needed to talk about today. It was honestly so fun. I'm in such a good mood right now because just thinking about all my favorite books just makes me so happy. And sad at the same time because they're sad. But mostly happy. So yeah, go check all the books that I just named. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. And goodbye.